I was going to film the way that I've traditionally been filming for this series, but everything hurts. So I'm going to save it for tomorrow. Just a pregnancy update, and there's no better place for it to be than in this series. It's correlated with the series, it's connected, it's conjoint, it has everything to do with the series. So if you watched part 86, 87, or 88, it's one of those parts, then you'll be up to speed. But basically, Sunday, my mucus plug came out. I called my doctor, they couldn't get a hold of anyone on call. Called the hospital, spoke with the doctor. She said everything was fine. It's common that mucus plugs come out and then they'll regrow, so there's nothing for you to really worry about, unless you feel like you are leaking amniotic fluid. Well, today I went to my prenatal appointment, and my GYN said no such thing would be happening to me. He said mucus plugs don't just grow back. Like, your body will produce mucus, but it's not going to grow back. It's not going to come back. He looked so appalled, and I'm like, nigga, where were you on Sunday? We couldn't find you. He was like, I wasn't on call. Apparently, nobody was on call. So it wouldn't have changed anything, and it's okay. I mean, I would have ultimately went to the hospital. If they told me to come in, I would have gone to the hospital. But because I had the confidence behind the knowledge of a medical professional, which I should not because I know all too well, I was able to calm down and relax because I knew, like, I'm not leaking amniotic fluid, so there's nothing for me to really worry about. I just have to be cautious and pay attention. Now the goal is as it was before, but it's just more serious about making sure my water doesn't break. And any day in November is better than any day prior to November, because my due date is November 23rd. That's the goal. That's what we're pushing for. That's what we're really, really trying to get close to. So now, honestly, the only thing left to happen is either my water breaks or I start having contractions. My GYN also said I should not be having Braxton Hicks for more than an hour. And I'm just like, so I feel like I'm gonna be that woman who goes in labor and doesn't know she's in labor, because my Braxton Hicks lasts for hours, especially at night. And he was like, you should have been in the hospital. And I'm just like, well, I mean, they go away. Obviously I wasn't in labor, you know what I mean? Like, they have stopped. They're a bitch when they're here. So they found protein in my urine. Today they found protein in my urine. And I'm gonna try my best not to cry. Protein in your urine when you're pregnant, they're gonna run some more tests tomorrow, but protein in your urine when you're pregnant is an indication that you may have preeclampsia. And preeclampsia is high blood pressure when you're pregnant. I've never had high blood pressure. When they said that to me, the very first thing I thought of is that fucking asshole. Oh my gosh, I'm like, I am so glad that I like freedom. I look great in orange, but I'm so glad I like freedom. I really am. Because right about now, I would hate to be in the same room with this little piece of shit. Because I know that I would definitely be going into labor, and following labor, I would probably be going to fucking jail. It's not the news that I wanted to hear at all. When you know something is influencing your health, having that knowledge, but actually seeing the actual lab results and test results and scans, and it's being proven to be true, it hits much more different. And he was just like, anything new, anything going on at home? Like, how's work? Are you okay? And I'm just sitting here like, honey, we don't have enough time on the clock to have this conversation. But I'm gonna do my best to not be stressed. We're gonna cross our fingers here and hope for the best. That shit sucks. And I put on 6 pounds in the last 2 weeks. So now I am 143. That's not helping. In my first trimester, I was 106 pounds. I mean, like, it could always be so much worse. Like, I mean, everything could be worse. I would like not to see it get worse, but it could be so much worse. I wore black yesterday to therapy because I'm like, maybe the black will make me look slimmer. Leave me to my delusion, all right? Just let me be crazy. But this is what we are working with now. There he goes. That is all Jackson. Good God. Jesus Christ. Even in... It could be so much, like, it could be so much worse, you know what I mean? Like, it could be so much worse. I had a hair appointment scheduled, was that today? I had a hair appointment scheduled today, but there was so much going on with me physically, medically, that I had to reschedule it, and I really wanted to get my hair redone, because I'm trying to schedule my maternity shoot before I pop, and now I actually have to, like, really get on doing that, because I don't know how much time I'm gonna have left. As of right now, this series is only supposed to be going up to 100 parts, but I can't make any promises. At the very least, though, it will be 100 parts. I'm going to be finalizing the filming tomorrow, and I've decided that as things continue, I'm going to upload my old, footage, because I've got all this footage in my phone that I have yet to edit, and it's months old, and it's all about, like, my lifestyle TikToks, my everyday life, work, my pregnancy, my kids, things like that. So I'm gonna try to get back to actually just editing that, because I don't want to trash it. I put so much work into it, But since I know that we're going to be probably revisiting so much that has to do with Asmodeus and the whole entire situation. By the way, if anybody doesn't know, his name is not really Asmodeus. I just didn't want to use his real name, because last thing I want to do is see Mr. fucking Clean in court because I put his full name in something. Asmodeus is the demon of lust. I specifically gave him that name on purpose. I could have named him anything. I could have named him Jimmy, which is a whole lot closer to his name. After we finish the series is going to be done by this weekend. It'll all be done by this weekend. But as things progress, because I do still have to go to child support with this idiot in December probably, I'm going to keep on adding on parts to the series. That should be, all things considered, overall finished by this weekend. When I came home from my appointment, I made sure to take a nice warm bath, not too hot. I used my Epsom salts that I ordered off Amazon, and they're specifically for pregnancy because my back is aching. I got this pregnancy ball that I got off Amazon too, and I'm gonna start using that tomorrow. Only because, like, the instructions are kind of weird. They say something like, don't inflate it fully in 24 hours. Like, inflate it to a certain size, which is apparently like 60%, and then wait 24 hours to finish inflating it to avoid dimples in the ball. I don't really care about dimples. I need some pain relief for my lower back.